All right, can I get a motion to open the May 4th Haubstadt Town Hall meeting?
Make a motion to open that May 4th meeting.
I'll second that.
Thanks.
I got you.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the April 6th meeting?
Approve the April 6th. Meeting minutes there.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Motion carries. And a motion to approve the claims.
Motion to approve the May claims.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Carries. Oh, and I saw camera repairs. Are we all right? Didn't we just put them together?
Yeah, we had them come back up. PC Quest.
Yeah, it was after they done some, and, or computer changes, they had to change something.
Had to upgrade something or something? That's all I do.
We need a camera up by the. I thought we'd have
They go on the building. But
somehow that we could see
but they should
what's going on.
show us up.
Yeah.
Can that be added to the current camera system?
We could.
Without much
we could
trouble?
fix that.
Ask them.
So we need,
Don't tell Billy to figure it out.
So we can pull them up on the phone and see what we do good.
You're messing around.
Yeah.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the claims or the funds? The funds.
Approve the funds.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Motion carried. Okay. We have special matters. We want to approach you with the special matter?
Yes, Dave, you want
Dave,
to say
yes.
something?
Was you want to say it, or you want me to? About this?
You'd be better because I may leave on some stuff.
Okay, up at church, on Church Street and West Street, the curb sidewalk, there's a curb like this and the blacktop's pretty high. There's a bunch of older people coming to church. And Vernon Schaefer, he's in his 90s and he's got to pick his walker up. They could get across to all that. And I was wondering if we can't put a handicap ramp, bust out that little concrete there, put a ramp in there for him and then all the other people from West Heights that's walking through there.
I mean, does that seem like a project that we can handle? Or?
Yeah, I think we'd be able to handle it. I'd have to get Larry out there probably to look at it, and we can do it. I just don't know how many it will take to transition, so it's not like a drastic.
Right, grade,
Yeah,
be certain compliant.
but I don't think it'll be an issue at all.
You guys have any issue with that?
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Got some other folks around with
You guys got it?
bringing something to the. Let's see.
Water.
Water any
He's
better?
already trimmed.
Yeah, it's healed.
He's already trimmed those trees.
Uh,
Well, it's on the.
Yeah, we'll say.
on the agenda. Yeah, we can hit it on the agenda.
Bless them. What did did they?
Yep, they're gonna wait for the agenda we're gonna cover there.
Okay, okay. All right,
Even someone from familiar face. Yeah, you.
On the agenda?
No?
no, it's hot.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm certain you're here for a reason.
I got 2.5
It's
minutes.
not your recreation to come here to the Haubstadt meeting.
I was just driving through and let's talk a little bit.
I guess we got, two things with the water first.
Yes.
Okay.
Or do we need to just pick him up? I mean, we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's fine.
Yeah, so, wanting to replace the water line on West Street 68 south to County Road 1100. There's gonna be work that's gonna be required in 68, so that's gonna require an NDOT permit to do that. And then the water line replacement itself is for upsizing, requires a permit from the Department of Environmental Management. Both of those things require engineering to be done in order to get those permits, even though you're gonna probably do one for yourself essentially. Item has changed a little bit on what they require for water line designs now. They do require us to show not just the plan, but also a profile view. What that means is we have to do a little more surveying than what we used to have to do in the past, just lay out a water line plan. Good news though is now we've got LiDAR data available, which gets some topographic features, basically contours in some of the areas. But we still need to supplement that anywhere we've got like a ditch crossing, creek crossing, anything that might be, we need a little more accuracy for that. So that's kind of how we set it up, try to keep the cost down as much as we can on doing that services. So we'll primarily rely on LiDAR data. We are going to get some survey work done in the intersection of 68 and then a couple other locations as we go down through West Street. So do that, get started. I do have a task order in front of you guys for consideration tonight for design and permitting services associated with getting that done. It is for a total of, it's right here, I think it's $44,300. So I would offer that for your consideration.
There's nothing up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Now. Read it. Okay. Well, you have any questions about that? Do you have a statement? Do you have some?
I've got the exact same thing.
Same thing?
Look at it.
so all this is to be considered water.
Yes,
It's all coming out of
it'll all
water.
be water.
All over,
No storm drains or anything
Nope.
is connected with this.
Nope.
not counting the stuff we hit.
All that chip in, this 44,000 isn't even started digging yet.
No, that's
It
just.
lets you start digging.
Yeah, just to take a look. All right, well, I guess, does anybody have any?
So would you take
Any
the
idea of what
permits?
the rest of that was gonna be?
I'd say on the high side, 200. I think more realistically, throw a number at it, but 120, 150. We'll save money doing it ourselves. I talked to Larry wants to open trench the whole thing. Said it'd be either 4 inch, what, dig up or tap anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under 68 or so on
I don't know, we'll have to
Surface on
bore, now I have to have casing.
There's someone else to do that part.
That's where they get into the, yeah, that's where they get into all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
So
let the
if
fun begin, I guess.
so West Street then all the way just to 68 or it goes across 68
We'll go across 60.
up to,
We'll probably go. Depending, I'd like to try. I mean, we'll have to dig up because there's a water line coming from the east and the west. And then it continues on to the north as well. So we'll have to tie all those in, connect them, and put valves in. I'd like to run it out of the parking lot to where I'm clear of it and continue.
Right.
For future.
Yeah,
So in the
yeah.
future.
If we tap into it then.
Yes. And also eliminates, I mean, we're already there, what's a few extra, probably like 1,500 foot. But what we're really fearing besides the dirty water is we've had 2 breaks pretty close to under 68.
Yeah.
And it's only a matter of time before it breaks under 68.
Yeah, we need to get going. Can I get a motion to approve the task order for the West Street project for $44,300 for Commonwealth?
Make a motion to approve the task order Commonwealth for the survey, 68 and West for $44,300.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Can you sign it now?
the rates are going up. So I'm gonna throw that in there.
I do have another one for you too. It's an even year, so water loss audit validations are due this year. So every 2, supposed to do your water loss audit annually. And then every 2 years, every even year, you have to do a validation of that's this year, previous year, basically. In order to do the work, you have to have certain credentials from the state of Indiana to do the validation. The person that does the audit, I mean, the person that does the validation. It is a requirement of the state. It's basically managed through Indiana Finance Authority. There's software that we use that's from the American Water Works Association to do the audit. Every community across the state has to do this now. Every public water utility or what they call public water system has to do it across the state. So they are due August 1st. So we really need to start gathering data this month. Usually we start in May, gathering the data for the audit. It gives us about 30 days to do the audit. It's another 30 days or so to do the validation work necessary, but we'll be able to do that all in-house. And that's it. We're going to do the work. So I have a task order for you for that too, 2026-02 for $6,500 to do your water loss audit. We'll generate a report, file all the paperwork with, I get it. Actually, better. Again, if I have to.
Did you say 6,500?
Yes.
Will this be our third one?
Yeah.
Can't wait till 2028 even number.
I wish. And most communities are doing this. A lot of those, we do this in-house. A lot of them are doing it with having us come in and do it just because it's
easy?
easier. You don't have to go get the training and everything every year to be able to do it.
I've got a rough ballpark that I did, but I don't have,
Yeah,
I'm just,
I mean, we've been trying to keep it.
I'm doing a pen and napkin.
Yeah, and it's more, and you hear water loss, it's more involved than just saying, oh, we use this much and we purchased this much, and what's the difference? There's this whole data validity grading that they put with what processes you have in place for how you come up with the numbers, ordinances you have in place with respect to your water tracking and things. So everything, when we first started doing this 6 years ago or whatever it was, pluses and minuses, it's easy, and that really does tell you a lot. It's a lot more than that. So
Can I get a motion to approve the $6,500 cost of the water loss audit for Commonwealth?
Make a motion to approve the Commonwealth task order for water loss audit for $6,500.
I'm a second.
All in favor? Here's the water loss.
copies for you.
So one for us and.
Yeah.
So that's, oh, this is the one,
Yeah,
this is water.
those two are signed, one of each, and then these are our copies, correct? Because we have 3 copies.
I'll keep my picture.
Oh. I have to sign this.
Yeah, you gotta sign both of them.
Like
Don't leave it all on me.
I've really gotten, we're still working on the wastewater project. Getting survey should be in maybe the next couple of weeks or so. On that for the land acquisition portion, really, what's our critical path item there. Jason's waiting on stuff from us, we're waiting on stuff from surveyors basically to really start that process. Design's going well. I'm hopeful. I've probably got our last set of markups done, I think. They're into our CAD department right now. Working on that. Once those get done, we'll go over them one more time and then send them to IDEM for permitting from them. The other permits that we need to obtain associated with the project. So that's probably the majority of the phase will be in later through the summer. We'll probably get permits back early fall, something like that, if we get everything in right. Usually what we do is we submit what we call it process drawings to IDEM. That's all they care about. While they're reviewing those, then our structural and electrical teams will be going through and cleaning up that work, structural and electrical designs associated with that. And we'll be geared up for, going out to bid, if not later this year or early part of next year. We're working out there. So things kind of stay where they are, we have a much more competitive bidding environment than we've had over the last few years, so hope that stays tight, so we get some interest in the project, so I think we will.
You don't ask him, or should I ask? She don't ask him, what about the rate thing?
We also were wanting to look at, Bonnie and I talked about, currently, our rate, haven't raised since 98, and, since inflation and all that fun stuff, the electric bill being more expensive, it's not either wastewater side, and thought it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and do a rate study and get the rates up kind of where they need to be.
Instead of waiting until
And
construction,
then that way,
Yeah.
the initial
Yeah.
hit isn't as bad as well, and maybe we can save a little bit more money to put down towards it, so maybe we don't have to take out as big of a loan.
It's gotta be done one way or another, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it'd be a good idea. I mean, they can go ahead and, what we've seen done is after the rate study is done, based on the estimates that we'll have for construction, may go ahead and implement a first phase of an increase. And maybe say the second phase till we bid, maybe even sometimes till you're done with construction, to see exactly what that needs to be. Some of that's kind of contingent on the funding agencies that you use as far as what they require to be in place. Whether it be in place at the time that you have to start construction, or just make sure that you've got an ordinance passed that will cover, your repayment for the debt, by the time you bid. But a lot of times we'll end up doing, they'll do like a true up, basically rate. So you may introduce a rate now that, you go, it's going to need at least this much, you anticipate what the next part's going to be. Then before you close on that second part, you can adjust it up or down, hopefully, to actually cover what your actual costs were. You're pretty firm at bid time to know, and we usually use, 10% contingency or something of that nature, cover any changes during the construction process. But, you got a pretty good idea of that. So I think it'd be good to go ahead and get started the study.
so we can call, I'm thinking, call this Klein Peter guy.
Yeah,
Have him, I know there'll be another cost, but to me, it just makes sense. Why wait till we finally dig a hole? If we can actually get some rates helping us to get to that point, why not start now?
It is finally at the point where I'm starting, it's pretty much.
And he's starting to have more difficulties there, man.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, it doesn't,
digging a hole.
it doesn't wait around.
I don't.
It's
think that-
inevitable, so we might as well get going with it. So do we need to have you present us with a estimate of cost for the study?
It'll be, that'll be through your rate consultant, that'll be through Klein Peter, so, I can just reach out to him, I think he's already started some of that work, so.
So I was gonna call and find out what he needs from us.
Yeah, I know he
To get
asked
started.
for updated cost estimates from us, to project that out, so.
Okay.
That I can get a hold of him tomorrow and start getting that all over.
Okay,
So,
Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Okay. Fire department.
So $44 for emergency, month of April, and then the breakdown goes, we're in most fast, for sure. Murder, then the goals, the deposit of the session learning, been paid, and we're waiting on a projected actual date.
Install date.
Line, right? And go finish up in Michigan. And then head this way, so. It will be in May, it said, but we'll wait on that date. We're gonna have some issues with the gutters. I talked to Ron, she got a quote a while back. Stuff with some objects. With required. I asked them what their suggestion were for somebody, and I've got a quote there from them. From Willis Construction. Which is $2,400 You see in there, it says up to 20 hangers, so there's a lot of the hangers on the front, that got big. And just so nice, film, and that's why. According to him, that's why we have an issue that kind of makes it leak in two spots. So we can fix the leaks and then we straighten out all the hangers, you can straighten out, and then we put up the 20, and then after it's 10, there's 7 hanger tips, so it's $7.50 per each hanger after that. And so I'm pretty confident going to reuse a lot. So one of those, we'll maybe get that going, that way we can get that fixed. Step out there. The other goal
Because it's not hard.
600. Yeah, 4,600 we would do. And then, I also had him add that he had mentioned some licensed snow guards, which are the metal rail system that I guess they're putting on the buildings. Made to prevent that, supposed to prevent that. And that's $4,400. That's just for the front building, it's just the main building. That's not putting them back there, so I would assume it would be lower that, for that. So definitely wanted to get more improvement for getting everything fixed and there's reseal and all that kind of thing, and get the gutter straightened out, because he showed me a picture of it. Can't see it from the ground, but that front gutter is pretty wavy. So we're all over there, so it's got a lot of doing it.
How many years have we got it been?
Doing the 2010.
2010. 15 years. Well, gentlemen, any thoughts on, I mean, the gutter repair for sure. Right? Any thoughts on the snow and ice guard system? I mean, well, I mean, the last 16 years without it, I don't know.
We started out with a wavy,
Yeah.
a gutter that went like this, so it didn't let it drain. It's what Lutz Brothers, they looked at it. And they said it's has to be, or it'll let it drain, or it's going like this, so that it's not getting away water off the gutter. But I can't tell what's what here. I mean, I don't know if it's apples to apples or what, but
The Willis,
Yeah.
yeah.
is that the 24?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely think we need to go with the gutter repair and replacing the hangers. It's just the exorbitant cost for the snow and ice guard system to keep the other gutters from being damaged is kind of like insurance kind of thing, you know.
I'll be honest, I had a conversation with the assistant chief before I came here, and we were about the same thing.
Yeah, I say we can hold off on that, you know, just fix the gutters for now and, you know, if we continue to get heavy snow, maybe we'll look into that, I think. Yeah, but that's usually about a decade thing around here, so
Joints in the
we're gonna
seam,
take our chances, maybe.
That's not big enough.
the joints in the seam, they're the same. That's the same thing.
I mean, that's.
Rivets, I mean, I don't know what that stuff is.
So, and then in the stuff that's volume printed out for you, the brochure that's in there is for that gutter. It's just a brochure.
Oh, okay.
System does all of it. Just that way, when, well, I get a picture when they're kind of hard to explain what exactly it was.
Right.
That's all it is. So if we're not doing that, then that's.
That's
Yeah.
all.
So we need a motion for gutter repair from Wells Construction for 2,400, and then just depending on how much the hangers are in addition. So,
It looks like the roofing sheet metal said there are 24 of them. So we're gonna have to do a couple more than the 20 that he quoted for. Okay, if that's the same thing, it's 24 on that one.
Joints and install hot
We're gonna do
rivets.
the 20, but sure know how you wanna say up to.
How big are those gutters?
box. Got hanger, but under that.
Weren't that heavy?
Yeah, these are like, they have a bolt in the middle of them, so they like, go on that stretch. And
That's right, that'd be $30 more. They
It's like-
replace like four versus four.
Yeah.
So
So,
I get.
If it's 750 a hanger,
So
there's four different, so
It's like
what's
it's
this?
15 for two of them. And then.
This is 15?
No. They quoted for 20.
Okay,
They're saying there's 24 of them.
okay.
I think the 24 is the last chance. I think that's
Yeah, so-
what they're resealing.
Yeah, I think it's, if we have to have four extra ones, okay,
So
it'll be $30,
up to
26.
which,
We should not even get up to it.
right. But cost wise. 3,500, does that cover it? Okay, can I get a motion to approve gutter repair and hangers for Willis Construction for the fire department for up to $3,500?
To approve the gutter work, fire station, up to $3,500 from Willis Construction.
I'll second. All in favor? Motion carried.
The next thing I've got on here, store reporting system, which is how we report to the state reports. From federal, where I get all those numbers and everything from. It changed in January, went from, nippers to abbreviations for change. When they did that, it completely changed our reporting system. Our reporting system is very repetitive and it takes significantly longer for the guy to do reports than it once did. So significantly longer than like what you can take 10 minutes now takes half hour for us. So we talked about it, members are asking that we board approve to go our first group system. The first do is a company that does reporting systems. And then there's some additional things on here, and these numbers on the front, they're accurate, because I didn't add something in, I apologize. It's in the following page. So there's a breakdown of what all that stuff is. The first two are pretty much just, the reporting system, and then there's, an AI reporting system, kind of assists doing fire reports. Personal management is going to keep all of our personnel files and that kind of stuff, and certifications for the guys and girls. That way we have all that stuff readily available on counting on file counting, that kind of thing, that kind of thing. The basic training records, so our training records are part of our ISO. So we need those training records for our ISO down, so we go over all these different sites and on a cloud-based system. Same way with our assets and inventory. So the assets is just anything that we own. That way we know what it is, what part number's on. Same thing Mike gives me sheets and sheets of stuff for last year. This will all be on that. And then it also does our truck checks. So when we do our truck checks, we can make sure that everything's getting checked consistently. And those are also ISO checked by ISO.
Have you, do you know people that have used this, or have you
Yeah.
guys used it before?
Just going this direction and that direction both. So Bill uses it, we use it at work, Boonville uses it, that direction, and then Collinsville, Southern Township, Princeton City, Hicks and White River, East Gibson Fire Territory, and then in July, I just talked to the assistant chief of Fort Branch earlier in July, they are implementing theirs. It's a long drawn out process, 180 days, from 90 to 180 days. So in order to get all that information in there, it's time consuming, and a lot of work on the guys, but explaining the long game. it'll grow with us, if they continue to get better. I really like it. I used it in Princeton, and so I'm used to it at work. I use it every day at work now, because it has an inspection module. Well, it's all module based. And then, so I use the inspection portion of it at work. So I'm used to that portion of it, which is not a module that we would be purchasing, but, if we would go part-time, full-time, we could grow with it and that kind of thing. And then there's also other modules for training. This quote has the training in it, smaller package for training, which will allow us to do like our ocean training and that kind of thing. That way, not making the guys sit in front of the TV that way.
And who are you, missed, who are you with now? How do you?
So image training is who we use now, which is actually state provided. So all of it is just the reporting system. So
And there's no commitment with them that requires some kind
it's
of.
actually, yeah, it's actually a free system, but.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but like I said, it's just the reporting system. So the assets portion of it, and the inventory and all that stuff. This is addition to is what also the paying for. So it's not really comparing apples to apples with what we got now, because there's so much more. They're also, to go along with this total of the $400 option. One down, is the non-fit. And set up like the, like, start. Yeah, gas, meter, all that stuff, so all of them, time, everything. Just a pretty generic medical bowl. I can turn it. So it's, when you're asking for volunteers, try to get them back grown, they're trying to get their training, and then they have to sit there for half an hour before. And then for ask, so that's kind of the position we're in now. Which is where their position was, and their stance on was like, we're already getting beat up now.
And the way you're set up with computer wise should be able to be accessible.
Yeah. And that's something we could grow with it and eventually put that for that kind of thing. As we grow, and we want to, it's not something that we could do right now, but yeah, the computer system, we're just gonna. Yeah. So last year we got new computers, so we're good there. It is annually, so the 7560 for the first year. And then $5,700 for the grandstand. Or the $400 in addition to. Second page is all of the options that are out there and available that we thought we might be interested in. So Jason knows how to quote all those options separately. They want to do, they get it. So they like to keep those stuff for you.
So
These are the ones that are best fit.
after the second year, is it continue?
Yeah, so
$5,000.
it's an annual basis, but because it's flat rates.
Yeah.
So, it updates all the time. You can even send them, like, I don't like the way that this works. And you can send them ideas and they sometimes will like, all right, and they'll change it. Like, well, it's based around us, so it would be built around our stuff and that kind of thing. So the reason for the cost initially is because there'll be several webinars on each one of these categories will be either depending on what it is. The recording systems will probably be hour-long webinars. And then some of them will be like half an hour. And then you'll have the initial one, and then right before you go live, you'll have another one, make sure that you're ready to go. So that's what that initial cost is.
So you're looking for
7560.
7560. Can I get a motion for the amount of 7560 for the Haubstadt Fire Department for first due?
I'll make a motion to approve the $7,560 for first due
Software system?
software system.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
You all very much, I appreciate it.
Question, It is.
Yeah.
Okay, what, it's an annual, this is what it's gonna be annually,
So the 5,700 roll,
5,700, because we need this for budget,
yes.
5,700 annually.
Two other things I didn't have on here real quick.
That's too bad. We're done.
Due to the knowledge that we have, because the network fire service is always a good thing. Vandenberg County Fire sent one of their chiefs down, one of their chiefs down to the very big radio bureau and programmed all of our portables and has got half of our mobiles done. All of the 800 are done. So all of our 800 are done. So we now have all of Vandenberg County Fire and all of Worth County Fire, which is our neighboring fire departments that they do. So, and I know.
I like reading them.
From work that, to have Motorola walk in the door is $2,000. So it's at least a $2,000.
Wow.
So it's a big thing for we do from Vandenberg County. And the only other thing I had was the cadet program that we talked about.
If you could see him
We had two of our own, like, when I say our own, I mean, like my son and Jeff Boyd's son, have started unofficially. They're there, they're training with us. They'll do boot camp and Eugene back here will be assisting with them, as they move forward, but, and we'll, at some point roll out where we start taking applications and, it'll be good that I think I have a, not gonna say an application and an interview kind of thing, but they'll have to work for it a little more than just, hey, I want to do this and then. So, we'll do boot camp and that kind of thing, something this summer. Jason will do some fire stuff with them, Riley's obviously at CPR thing going and then first aid and stuff. So that'll all be part of that, but we're.
Do you go out and talk to high school kids or anything?
And that's where, hopefully, if we have like a school resource officer there, would be like.
Oh, okay. In a
So,
spare.
So, and hopefully we can get some hooks in on some of those kids and.
That'd be great.
Plan on sticking around, keep it good. And the good thing about it is, as I mentioned before, the good thing about that process is. They know how we work, they know how Haubstadt is, and they're able to grow in their fire service skills and. They always know what it was.
So they can't go with you on a run or anything until after boot camp, or they do now?
Well, they've got to do something. So
It's their, so we have to do yearly required training, and they're gonna have to do that.
So is this something we need?
And the HIPAA violation stuff and there's a lot of safety. So
To let our insurance know what's going on if these kids are,
pardon me.
you know, we need to make sure our insurance.
No,
knows.
yeah, actually, that was the first thing we did. But in the first conversation we had, when cadets were brought up, the insurance company was called. So
So you've talked to our,
oh yeah, actually, a few times.
okay, good.
There were some questions, one of the little things about it, or not, so we're following the same dynamic as the Boy Scouts do, so there's not ever gonna be a one-on-one. So there will never be one firefighter and one cadet, there will always have to be at least two cadets and a firefighter. Well, it's always been like that.
I was thinking more about them getting hurt or something.
Yeah, so they'll have to be in safety vests, all the time, like, so if they're on any kind of call, they'll be in safety vests, that way you can differentiate it. Not only by their helmet coverage, but by the fact that they're wearing a safety vest, some of the people. Awesome. A lot of checking balances, will be very clear what they're supposed to be doing. So,
So I'm sure.
Sound good?
thank you all.
You talking to me? Do you have to sign this thing too? No. No, I guess.
Go get the bills.
Yeah. Sign that. All right, street department.
I am requesting your guys' approval to hire Luke and Aiden back for part-time summer help. And also I'd like to Aiden's brother put in an application And I'd like to look into hiring him too. Aiden is going to go on a 6-week running camp out in Colorado to prepare for college. So without him being there, I figured it'd be good to have a third person, and then also it's just me and Connor full time, and then he's growing my whole baby situation too.
Yeah.
Figured we could use 3.
I don't have a problem with it. You guys have a problem with it?
No.
All right, well, can I get a motion to, approve the rehire of the summer help guys and also Hayden?
I didn't,
Forgot his name.
I know, so I felt terrible too. I looked on my office too, and I couldn't.
Hayden's brother, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Aiden's brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hayden's only brother.
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the rehire of the Luke and Aiden and Aiden's my brother. Lives on it.
We're gonna have to see birth certificate on that. Second. All in favor? Motion carries.
And I also wanted to bring up a discussion about the 2016 F-150. It is getting up there in hours. The miles aren't bad. It's got 65,000 miles on it, but it's got 4,700 engine hours, which is about equivalent of 150,000 miles.
Is there anything wrong with it?
There is not, and we can drive it to the ground. Or if we want to trade it in, it still has some value left. Up to you guys.
Okay, the conversation has begun. Let's keep conversation on it. I don't see, right now, I mean, if it's running good, it's.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
It has a little issues, but nothing major.
yeah.
I dropped the transmission panel on it a year and a half ago, but it seemed to fixed it.
If there's something comes up or, it gets up there a little higher, I think, we definitely
Ian.
can't be accused of
Ian,
That's it. Yeah.
letting the equipment go.
No, and it's,
But this, I think it's still, it's still got some functionality left in it, but we'll keep that.
Yeah.
On the burner. What about the water department?
we covered everything.
Covered all that?
Yep, so we're good there.
Sewer.
I'd like to request approval for Connor, Brian and I to attend the Huntingburg Expo that we go to every year. It's good because we get 5 hours towards our license, and it's always good to go when they show new products and processes, and we learn on, wastewater, water lift stations. It's really good. I think it'd be beneficial with Brian looking at the new sewer plant that he built too.
All right. Can I get a motion for $600 for the Huntingburg Expo for
No lodging or anything.
guys from the sewer?
Yeah.
No per diem, no. Like a steak included with it.
Steak.
Yeah, they exclude food.
Nice.
All covered. Would have been 175, but you had to get it turned in before May.
We missed the deadline.
Well, yeah, and they let me know mid-April before the meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the Huntingburg Expo for Connor Bryan and Ty for $200 a person.
Second.
when is this?
Leave is the 15th.
May
Yeah.
15th?
Yes. Yeah. It's next week. Maybe.
14.
14. Yeah.
All right, all in favor? Aye, motion carries.
And then this kind of goes with the sewer project. I was wanting to look into possibly doing appraisals on the David's property that we're gonna look at purchasing. Because Eric, don't you guys have a a safe enough idea?
Yeah, basically the legal description of it, but yeah, it's gonna be like.
Yeah. And I was talking with Jason, I believe we have to have 2, don't we?
Yes,
And it can't be,
so
buy, you can't pay more than the average of the two, and to sell, you can't sell it for less than the average of the two. Yes. And then it also brought up, because that property that we have where the old mill used to be might be interest. I know we had an appraisal on it last year. June of last year, and it came in at like, wasn't it 37,000? So do we need to get another appraisal, Jason, to make it two, or will that one probably be sufficient?
What are we doing with it?
Potentially it might, they might be like trade.
Sell or trade. Yeah, but yes. Okay. Yeah, maybe two. That one maybe still, but I'll look.
Okay. Yeah, just trying to get the ball rolling, so we got our ducks in the line, hand it over to these guys.
Can we cross that bridge when we get there? Here's my one.
Why is that?
Why?
Only there, but
They're not gonna sell it, or they're not going to trade it, we don't need it, right?
just do the one thing left to plant them.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
approve the ones, these,
Yeah, we can wait on the,
I would wait on the one that we've already got.
we
the
can
appraisal.
approach them with the appraisals and the price, then if they bring it up, we can go to.
Then we can get it up,
Yes,
but the other one, we're definitely gonna have.
and at least we already have a ballpark number, we know roughly.
For the
how much
back
it's
end
worth.
is what you're talking about?
What?
The back end of that property?
No, the
Hmm.
one on Main there,
Oh, you're only, the sewer line would go through.
no.
No, I'm talking about possibly using that
As leverage.
as a trade on,
Oh,
but we don't need another appraisal.
Yeah.
So we do need two appraisals on.
Yeah.
Daywich.
Yeah.
So,
It's looking like roughly an acre, or just under an acre, 28 or something.
so can I get a motion to move forward with, the appraisal for the property the day we've done, please do the project.
Make a motion for two appraisals for property and easements for the sewer project owned by the Daywigs.
Approximately 1 acre. I'm gonna second it. All in favor? Aye.
That's it.
All righty,
Thank you, gentlemen.
thank you. Moving on to the police department.
Calls and service and traffic stops for April 95. It's 51 mornings and 14 citation. Cross park inspections are Wednesday, May 27th, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, May 30th, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the police department. All officers received the state mandate training at the IMA conference. That's fun. The 852 part is done and back.
Nice.
I'm still waiting on quotes from the program. And the last thing that I got is, you guys can see my statement on traffic stop and enforcement actions that's been going on. I released it on Facebook today. That's my stance on it. And I just asked if you guys support us in enforcement actions. I know you're gonna get complaints. I get complaints. But we gotta slow down.
Yep. All right, sounds good to me. Any questions from the council? Thank you very much. Zoning.
Yeah, a couple of them are report. We're gonna have to have two BZ hearings. On the, right now it's, talking about May 26th on Tuesday. That's the day after Memorial Day. But don't couldn't have it on Monday, for Monday, which was normal Saturday. What's that? The two pieces of property over there on Fourth Avenue. Straps.
I knew that was coming.
And yeah, and then there's a trailer that sits in between the two breaks of property. And they're undersized to build on, and we're in a situation over here. We're gonna have to address that future. Plan commission. So.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna just keep having, you know, having to have hearings and everything else. Well,
Yeah, I mean, I could see where that might be a situation where we would look at expanding the setbacks or reducing the setbacks.
yeah. And now both these houses that once built there, they both meet setback requirements and everything.
Just not the square footage or?
Yeah, the property is not, and the one on the north is a lot smaller.
I mean, as far, if it's in the setbacks, I mean, if it looks like a reasonable residential dwelling.
Yeah.
And of course, this is
it's
a
gonna be
BZA.
longer than it is. Why?
Right.
You know,
I mean, so this is for zoning, but. I mean, I think that's better than expanding past the setbacks to me, you know what I mean? A limited square footage versus. Closer to the road or something like that seems a little better to me, but that's just my 2 cents. All right. Anything further to,
no, you
Bring
have them, or if you have any questions about the rest of it.
any questions from you guys? You have any questions? Jason, you got any questions? Yeah, there's a few of those I've figured we'd probably be getting to before too long.
Yeah.
Already contacted me.
Yeah. Okay. The miscellaneous old business, the agreement with Jay Foster and the agreement with Centerpoint, both of those were signed over.
Yeah, and that was just a name change on Chevy.
Yeah.
So,
And then the town-wide yard sale was June 6th. Keep track of
2016.
load a bunch. Want to buy a guitar too?
No, I used the band.
I got plenty. You lost a banjo?
This is what 2026. I
Yeah.
put my own blue there. Okay. Y'all got your reminder on the brickyard phone.
Yeah, what are you guys doing with it? You go with the brickyard thing? Basically. Saturday? No? Nobody going?
Try, depends on the wife.
Oh, it's home for 6 tickets and 2 parking passes, so. If that's not gonna
You going to the
happen.
brickyard?
I'd like to, but my baby situation.
Him?
Got your name on there. I wrote your
Your
name.
name's on there.
Yeah.
You going to the brickyard there? Jason, you wanna go to the brickyard? Golly,
I'd like
It's
to.
I was actually thinking about going. Heck, nobody else is going. Maybe I'll just grab
Well,
like fun
if,
people off the street. Riley, you wanna go?
if I don't go, I'll go. I've never been up there. You wanted fun people, right?
Yeah, right. Okay,
Budget, do any of you guys want to go to this budget thing?
I'm
Not. This was,
Florida.
huh?
That might be with Andy.
Oh, I just wanted to let you know.
Right.
All right, anything further? So, oh, yeah, what about this?
Well, are we gonna put that on?
Or you wanna wait till next?
Are we gonna wait with the furnace since it hasn't busted out yet?
You won't need a permit for a little bit.
Yeah, but it's gonna go up. Drive it to the repairs possibly.
Right.
See how that goes.
I mean, why don't you replace that?
Straight.
Why replace that, right? It just broke.
It's pretty warm when I walk in here. We'll hold off on that.
We can.
We'll relook at that, but thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Well, I definitely do.
Anything further that I can address? Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn tonight.
All in favor?